Hello, and welcome to the conversation. How are you all doing? I am your host, Andrea B. Flintroy, and I just want to welcome you all to the conversation. It is so wonderful and so amazing to have you here joining me tonight as I bring you a guest who is definitely real, relatable, and definitely going to be relevant. So I just want to welcome Erica Lamar to the conversation. Yes,
Hello.
yes. And the conversation is a space where we have open, transparent, candid discussions. We are here to give you the real. We're here to give you some of the raw, but definitely to give you how she navigated through her journey, through her process, and giving you her aha moments. And then, being able to help somebody else along their journey and to help them heal through their journey also. So, again, welcome to the conversation. If you are not a part of the conversation community, you can join by three ways: like it, share it, or make a comment. Hey, we make comments, we have conversations, we have dialogue. This is not something just between me and my guests, but if you have any questions, if you want to celebrate her, and that is something we definitely do. We celebrate each other, we congratulate each other, we lift each other up, we empower one another. So if you want to give her some empowerment, let her know that, hey, sis, what you did, you showed up and you did your thing and you are rocking, right? And if you are not connected with me, hey, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and I'm a little bit on the TikTok world. Don't look too much for me, but I'm in their world. And also, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel because every Wednesday I bring you a guest, somebody who's going to be real, relatable, and definitely relevant. But without any further ado, let us get to our guest, Erica.
Hello. Thank you
Hey, dog.
so much for this opportunity. I am looking forward to, my story. If there's anything that I can say to inspire anyone, my mission has been accomplished. I've learned, I went through it, and I am ready to share my story.
Awesome. That is so, you know what, great. And we are so ready to hear your story. So, Erica, can you just give the TC community, can you just give us a little bit of how do you pick up the pieces in your life? Because I know you were sharing about being abuse and rejection. So tell us, how did you pick up from those pieces?
Well, I really picked up the pieces when I had a moment of like, you know what, this is not it. This is not who I am. And I needed to live my life for myself and for my kids. And so I came up with the plan
Mm-hmm.
and I said, you know what, I gotta love me before I can be any good to anyone else. And that was something that I wasn't doing. I wasn't loving myself like I should have. I was always in the shadows of a relationship. And when it was time for me to let go and walk away, I felt really, really good. It was not an easy thing to do because so many people are comfortable in long term relationships, feeling a sense of security. And not knowing what the other side looks like. And I just needed to make that decision to be strong, love myself. I have kids that I needed to be here for, and I didn't want to find myself in a situation. And when I say situation, because of so much anger and everything that I was
Mm.
holding in, I probably would have did something that I would have regretted. And so at that moment, I knew I needed to walk away.
Oh, wow. Wow. So you was talking about the anger that you had.
hmm
How did you know? Like, when did you sense that you was holding so much anger?
Honestly, I knew I was holding so much anger when I looked at this individual and
Mhm.
I just wanted to cause so much harm because you were harming me. And I just
Mm.
knew that wasn't it. There was an incident where Um, I was pushed outside and I didn't have any clothes on. And at that moment, again, I
Mm.
knew like this wasn't it. This wasn't it. And I'm the type of individual that I hold things in. I don't share things, or I didn't share things with my family
Mhm.
because I was ashamed and different things like that. But I knew that I couldn't be that person anymore. I couldn't be in that relationship anymore. I couldn't be unhappy. I couldn't be unsafe.
Yeah.
I had a daughter and I had to make sure she was safe. And so, just so many things to think about when you're in an unhealthy situation. You got to look at the big picture and you got to do what's best for you.
Mhm. And you know what? That's so true. That is so true. And you definitely have to do things that are best for you. So, what were some things, if you can just give us a couple, what were some things that you knew that was best for you that you had to do?
One of the things is, like I said, I had to walk away. I had to find that strength inside of me. Um,
Mm.
and me talking to my family or friends. And one of the things that I do, I have a praying family. um,
Amen.
and let me tell you, prayer works. And when you have people that pray for you and just encourage you and love on you and really pull that out of you,
Yeah.
it's amazing how much strength you have. You got to recognize your own strength. And that was something that I didn't do because I was in unhealthy relationships for a really long time, and I never knew my own strength until that
Mm.
very moment. And I was able to pull out that strength in me. I journaled a lot.
Did you?
I said prayers, and I just found that strength. And I had the support of my loved ones and friends encouraging me through the whole way. And I was able to do it.
Awesome. So I know you said that you had to find that strength. And I heard you say that you had to have courage because you're right. It takes courage to to find strength. It takes courage sometimes to even love ourselves
Mhm,
because that's not something that we were necessarily growing up seeing. I don't know about you, but I know definitely from me, I didn't grow up seeing self-love and self-care.
mhm,
I saw more of let's take care of this person and make sure this other person is good.
mhm,
But the type of things that we did for ourselves was it was like we was overcompensating for something. Like you could
mhm,
tell there was something missing. And so what we do is we'll shower ourselves with gifts.
mhm.
But then when you really have to sit back and be with yourself,
Absolutely.
and then that's when you realize, like, well, wait a minute, who am I?
Absolutely.
So when you was finding that strength to pull yourself out of it, like give us some of the process. I know you was talking about journaling. So can you give us a little bit of that process of when you went through that?
So when I began to journal, I just began to really, I was having a conversation with God in my journal, like, Lord, give me the strength to do this. Give me the strength to walk away. Give me the strength to love on me. One of the things
Mhm,
that I did was, both of my parents, I didn't have my parents, my mother and my father. I had a grandmother who raised me.
mhm.
But still, lacking your mother or your father, that's tough.
Yeah.
And so as I grew up, I was looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
And so as I began to, like I said, grow and really understand this isn't healthy. I know what true love is. And when I say true love,
Mhm,
it's the love of your family, your support, and then the unconditional love of God. Those are the things that really got me through. Journaling, praying,
mhm,
going to church, just different things like that. That was really my journey. That really helped me get to a place to know my worth and my strength.
mm. Awesome. Was it hard finding your worth and your strength?
It was very hard because so many of us, when you're in an unhealthy relationship for so many years, it's comfortable. And when you
Talk
step out of
about that.
that, when you step into something that's unfamiliar, it's scary. And
Yeah.
so I took a chance and I took a leap. And let me just say, it has been one of the best things that I've done. I am discovering me. I lost myself in the process of being in I lost myself in the process of being in an unhealthy relationship. And
Mhm.
so when I'm at a place now where I have peace, I am
Mhm.
enjoying my life, I am living my life, I am happy. I have three
Mhm.
kids. I have two adult sons and a daughter, and they all are encouraging me to go live your life, Ma. Go have fun. And so that's what I'm
Yes.
doing.
Well, they say go show up for yourself, mama.
Yes,
Like show the world who you are, because
absolutely.
they don't know you just yet. So you got to show up. You got to show up and show out.
You do. You do. And
Yes.
so I have really enjoyed this time, just the healing process and really knowing my worth and really loving on me.
Hmm. What were some of the I know you were talking about journaling.
Mhm.
What was one key component for you, or one thing that you found that was very, very helpful for you um, to find your self love and your worth?
When I started writing in my journal and I went back and a couple of months later, a year later, 2 years later, I'm still dealing with the same issue.
Mm,
And so I really looked like, okay, what do I need to do to change? Because there is something that is not working because I'm still dealing with the same issue that I dealt
mhm,
with a couple of years ago in my journal, and I'm still in the same place. And so just reflecting on that, and I realized, okay, what am I doing different? Because I'm not, if I'm still dealing with the same issues from a couple of years ago to now, I need to really figure it out. And so there were times that I would just be up in the middle of the night, just really reflecting on what do I need to do? What do I
yeah.
need to do? So just reflecting on what I wrote in my journal, and seeing how there was really no change.
You know what? I can definitely tell you that took a lot of strength and courage for you to be able to look at yourself and say, okay, look, confront yourself and say, hey, nothing has changed. So, what do you want better for yourself? Because you're in the same situation, you're in the same cycle. And so, I definitely commend you for doing that, because a lot of times we don't want to look at ourselves.
Mhm,
Mm-mm. Like, we want to talk about everybody else and tell them what you need to do or what you should be doing, but then not realizing you're pointing the finger at someone else, but you got four pointing back at you.
mhm.
And it's so hard to check yourself.
It is.
But for you to have that strength and that courage to be able to check yourself and go, hey, reality check, this ain't working.
Mhm.
Like, I see myself in a hamster wheel and we're
Yeah.
going over and over and over again. And
Yes.
so, like, definitely, I just commend you for that, for
Thank
being
you.
able to see that.
Every day was a journey. I'm not gonna say it was an easy thing to do
Yeah.
because when you are again in something that's so familiar and you decide to live for you and no one else, it could be sad and lonely.
Mhm.
But then when you get to the other end, you like, I stayed in that for that long. I did that for how long? What took me so long?
Yeah.
Hey.
So, what are some encouraging words that you would give to someone, or what would, not necessarily encouraging words, well, I guess we could say encouraging words, but what would you tell to another young lady who feels that she's alone, who feels like what she's going through, something similar to what you went through, that no one else is going through what I'm going through, nobody understands my situation? How would you help her? How can you help navigate her?
I would say, don't feel like you're alone because there's always someone that's going through what you're going through or has been through what you're going through. You got to be okay to open up, because you never know, again, what someone can share with you to kind of encourage you. And that was something that I didn't do. I held everything in, and you got to
Mhm.
be okay to talk to other people. Of course, be mindful of who you talk to because not everyone is going to have your best interest, but
Yeah.
definitely find that one person that you can confide in and just let them know what you're going through. And maybe they can have some resources to help you or give you encouraging words. And your true friends, if they know that you are in something unhealthy, they will definitely encourage you. And so be mindful of your friends, and listen to your friends, because your friends love you. If they're your true
Hmm.
friends, they're going to love on you and they're going to help you through that process. They're going to let you know that you're not alone. I had that several times. You're not alone, friend. I'm right here with you. I got you.
Yeah.
And you have that true friend or family members walking you through that process and helping you build you and strengthen you. Um, so you got to speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid. Don't
Mhm.
be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. But speak up for yourself. Be an advocate for yourself, because if you're not an advocate for yourself, nobody else will.
Mm, that is so true. Oh, that was so good. Because you're absolutely right that you do have to advocate for yourself. And we do have to understand that our voice matters, and that we do have a voice. And so that we can speak the things that we need, you
Absolutely.
know? Yeah. So in the process, in your journey, in your process of learning who you are and your process of self-discovery. Oh yeah, somebody said, yeah, we got to speak up. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, Mercedes. We do have to speak up. We do. But so in your process of your self-discovery,
Yes.
how could you help someone else to speak up?
Wow, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
How can I help someone speak up?
Uh-huh.
I would, you know, get them to be comfortable and really encourage them
Mm,
to don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid to speak up. Your voice matters no matter what no one tells you, your voice matters.
yeah.
Your voice matters.
You said, I don't even think nobody even heard it. I don't know if they caught it, but I caught it. You said a word that was so profound, but yet so small. And you said, be comfortable.
Hmm.
You have to be comfortable with knowing that your voice matters. That was so profound because again, it speaks to our worth as a person, our confidence, our self-esteem, all those things. But just being comfortable with knowing, like you just have to know
Yeah.
at times that your voice matters and you matter.
Hmm.
And I know sometimes it's hard because we can get caught up in that place of
Yeah.
believing that we don't matter.
I've been there. I've been there. I was known not to speak up. I was known not to say anything. And then it would build up and then I would just explode. And it was not a good situation. So holding that stuff in is not good.
Mhm.
Speak up if you don't know how to speak up. um, Come back to it a little bit later. Don't wait days later because by that time it's probably forgot about. But definitely,
Mhm.
you got to be a spokesperson for yourself because nobody else will.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my goodness. Like say there you go again. I like I don't know if you know this with me, but I find certain words that are just so profound and you just saying being a spokesperson for yourself. Again, like I say, so profound.
Mhm.
One word, but so profound, being a spokesperson for yourself. So again, I just commend you for your journey of self-discovery.
Absolutely.
Again, like I say, for confronting yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror and knowing that this is just the space and the place of where you were. It's
Hmm.
not the space and the place of where you want to be.
Absolutely not.
and you being able to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and say, look, girl, get it together. Get it together. Like you said, I have 3 children. Get it together, boo. And so, yeah, awesome.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, what I want to know is, so how do you feel about you now? I want to know how you feel.
I feel free as a bird.
Talk
I
about
am
this
in a
freedom.
much better place. I am happy. I am still discovering who I am. I am still
Mhm.
aiming to be the best woman that I can possibly be. I'm still aiming to be the best mother, friend that I can be. I am just aiming to be the best individual that I can. I am aiming to do what I can to help others that may be dealing with this type of situation. And so, um, if I have reached anyone that's watching this, I am excited. You can email me. And if you don't feel comfortable talking to anybody, I can definitely have a conversation with you and relate. But it was a journey. It was a process, but I am glad that I did what was necessary. I am in a much better place. I have peace. I can sleep at night. I
Mhm.
can be me as a person, and I don't have to be in anyone's shadows. I am living my life for Arica.
Yes. See, again, see, there you go. You just said something again. You dropped it on me. Being somebody's shadow. And that speaks volumes of, again, one word, but something so profound. Because someone else might feel like they're standing in someone else's shadow, not standing in their shadow, but being somebody else's shadow.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they're not being seen.
Hmm.
They're not being heard. They're not being appreciated. And those are the things that we, as people, things that we want and things that we need. We need to
Yeah.
be seen, we need to be heard, and we need to be appreciated. And when you're not receiving those things, then we have that anger. We have
Yeah.
that built up, pent up anger on the inside
Absolutely.
of us. And then we turn into the Hulk because we're trying to get out. Like, ah, like here we come. We come busting through this thing.
Yep.
And it reminds me of, what was that song by Little John? We some head busters. Like you be coming in trying to knock
Yeah,
people out. We some head busters,
pretty much.
I just say, oh, you definitely can relate. Like there it is.
Definitely can relate.
But when we get to that place of valuing ourselves, to say that I don't need somebody else to see me, to
Mhm.
hear me, to appreciate me, because guess what? I, Erica
Yep,
Lamar, sees her, appreciates her, and she hears her.
absolutely.
Girl, you about to, I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And, this here was something that I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And I thought about it. And again, it's, whatever I can do to reach someone else that may be going through something similar that I went through. And if I said anything encouraging, that means the world to me because I could have simply saved someone's life just in a matter of a couple of minutes, just explaining kind of what I've been through. Just a tidbit of what I've been through so much more. So, but just to say a snapshot of that. And if I've done anything or said anything to have someone, a young lady, men too, men go through it as well, and just, you know, say, okay, this ain't it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you're right. And please, anybody listening to what Erica has shared, if you might feel like you're alone, if you might feel like you're not being heard, seen, or appreciated, please reach out to Erica. Um, and really talk to her. She's available. Sometimes we don't always want to talk to our family because they're used to us, or they might get tired of hearing the story. Some family members are like, okay, girl, look, when you gonna leave?
Yeah,
Look, you done talked about Charles long enough. When you gonna leave?
absolutely.
You done talked about Michael long enough. When you gonna leave? Girl, don't you come here and talk about Junebug one more time? Like,
Mhm.
your family tends to get tired
Absolutely.
of the story. And then too, they're tired of seeing their loved one
Go
go through
through it.
something.
Yeah,
You're
go through it.
absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and look, I can talk about that all day. But again, what are some other things that you would like to share to the conversation community?
Um, Other than, my biggest thing is just truly love on yourself. Oh, just truly loving on yourself. Um, and just know that you are not alone. And if you are afraid, sometimes, fear will keep you from getting to your destination, because so many people, out of fear, will stay in something that's unhealthy. But that fear might be the very next thing that kind of saves you, because you just got to take a leap sometimes. Got to take a leap.
Yes, I definitely want to put that in there of what you said, because you are so right that fear can keep you from your destination. And so we don't want to allow, well, you don't want to be so scared and so fearful that you're not able to overcome a situation. So, like you said again, just by reevaluating where you are, reevaluating where you were, and then also looking to where you want to be. And so, again, so profound of what you said,
Absolutely.
that fear can keep you from your destination. So, tell us a little bit about, where is Erica today?
Oh, where is Erica today? Erica is really, again, discovering herself. She is getting out of her comfort zone, discovering new things, meeting new people, and really just continue to grow as an individual. And like I said, living my life and doing what makes Erica happy versus what makes other people happy. And so
Mhm.
I'm going to continue to strive to make myself happy, live for myself, and just keep it going.
Awesome. Erica, you're
Thank
gorgeous.
you.
You go, girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
So y'all heard it here. Erica's telling us, again, to love on yourself. She told us that, fear can keep you from your destination. She's also told us about her journey of self-discovery, of being her true self, the freedom that she has, the peace that she has to be who she is, unapologetically and authentically. Learning who she is along this journey. And like she said before, if it's anything that she said and you feel like, hey, I want to talk to Erica, I feel where she's coming from, I can relate to Erica, hit her up, send her an email, talk to her, about what you're going through, because she's available to talk to you. And don't go through the process alone, because you're not alone. And I just want you to understand it again, that you are not alone, you're not by yourself. you
Absolutely.
know when you look at yourself in the mirror, I know some days you might cry because of the situation in which you're in, because you
Absolutely.
might feel like you are somebody's shadow. You might feel like you're not being seen, you're not being heard, you're being unappreciated. But again, one thing you can control is your voice, and use your voice to reach out to Erica, and then y'all
Thank
can go from
you.
there.
Thank you. Thank
Definitely.
you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for sharing your journey, for sharing your story, for encouraging the members of the TC community because you know what? That's exactly what this is what the conversation is about. The conversation is here so we can have open, transparent conversations, but then you come on, the guests come on to share their journeys so they can help someone else heal on theirs. And that's what you do. That's what we do as a community. We help somebody else heal on their journey. And so that's what's so awesome and what's so amazing. And I
Thank
like to
you.
tell people too that I look at the conversation like testimonial service in church. You know, when you get up and you tell your testimony, and by us telling our testimony, we help somebody else that's in the congregation going on the journey they're going on.
Yep.
So we're just here to help, and you're here to help. So again, y'all reach out to Erica that she can definitely help you. We've had some people that came on. I believe they want some shout outs from you. So they want to
Hello. I see a couple of people. Hey. Oh, you're
yeah,
welcome.
I see my mom. Hello, mother. Hello, Simona. Hello, Erica. Hello, hello, hello. You know,
Oh, hello. Thank
yes. And you
you.
see, all of the encouragement that you're receiving, the praises that you're receiving. Hello, Elena. Welcome. Welcome. And now I just want to let everyone know that everyone who has commented on tonight, you are now part of the conversation community. Welcome. Welcome to the conversation community. Again, we are here every Wednesday. I have someone who is sharing their story, sharing their journey to help somebody else or to help you heal on your journey, help you navigate through your process. Because again, you're not by yourself. You are not alone. We are here to help you along your journey and to get through your challenges and your struggles that you are going through. So, Erica, before we leave, what word would you like to give to the TC community?
Um, what words? I would say again, my biggest thing is being confident, being comfortable within yourself, and just love on yourself.
Awesome. Y'all heard it here. She said it. Be confident, be comfortable, and love on yourself. So
Yes.
definitely give yourself all the love that you need. So again, we are here every Wednesday, same time. I bring you someone who is real, who's relatable, who is relevant, who's going to help you heal on your journey, who's going to give you that aha, who's going to give you that awareness and just to educate you and give you a different perspective. Um, and so I want to see y'all again here next week, same time. And remember, show the world who you are and don't allow the world to tell you who you are. You are beautiful. You're awesome. You're amazing. I'll check y'all out next week.